Hey, good morning from the office. I am your host, BKP, getting ready here right there in the studio. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Coming to you from LJ, Georgia, and I know, don't say it's raining. Okay, I won't say it. Josh, tell them all the ways they can get in touch with the show. Right there at any time, you can send me a text message, 706-889-9700. You can also ask on the text message if you could be on the show live, or send me a message. There's the email and all the social media ways you can follow this show. So first, we're going to start right out of the box. You know, I like to start right out of the box with something, right? If you're new to the show. And I want to do the opposite, right? I want to do the opposite than all of the other media out there, or most of them. I'm going to start with respecting my president of the United States on foreign soil, trying to make a deal to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. Did I say all that correctly? Let's go with number 6. Hanoi. Okay, there's number 6, Hanoi, Vietnam. That's at 6:33 p.m. Trump, our president of the United States, and Kim Jong-un hold talks in Hanoi. Now, if this would have just been, I'm going to go back 12 years. 16, whatever. All of the media would have been focused in on this morning as you were getting up. All of the media would have broadcasters on there talking like they were calling a golf tournament, and now the president getting out of his motorcade and making his way up to the steps. Soon he will enter in and meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, where they will probably shake hands, take a couple questions from the press, and then go off to a social meeting with the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, and the Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, and we will just be left wondering what's going on. But no, instead they're running something else, and we'll tell you what that is. So there is my president. I hope he's the president of the United States of America, but I claim him. I wear the hat. Make America great again. Anyhow, that's my president in Vietnam with Kim Jong-un. And here is the second one in Hanoi, number 7. Trump and Kim kickoff summit in Hanoi. There they are. Now, the president of the United States continues to say in front of the media, in front of his media, in front of Asian media. Now, our media has lost their mind over Michael Cohen, a liberal Democrat attorney from New York City. Yes, exactly. This is not some Kansas boy that's a farmer and he's a conservative, red-blooded American. This is a liberal commie, pinko commie, right? Is that what Archie Bunker used to say or whatever? This is a liberal pinko commie Democrat attorney from Manhattan. Anyhow, they've gone nuts. But the President of the United States the rest of the media of the world is focused in on this. We think they lead us to believe, our media wants to lead us to believe that the whole world is interested in Michael Cohen, Russia, and Hillary Clinton's emails. They're not. So the press over there, while Trump has their attention in the Pacific Rim there, he continues to say what a great economy that North Korea is poised to have. They could have this awesome economy. And then he continues to say, then he will add on, and we are here to help, and we are ready to help. And that's the game plan. Kim, you could have this booming economy. You know, keep your world leader status. That's what the guy doesn't want. He doesn't want this. He doesn't want what we have. So, you know, I'm just telling you, it's not our place to go all over the world and say, you have to have what we have or else, okay? He doesn't want what we have. He doesn't want presidential elections. He doesn't want to get voted out. He kind of likes the throne. Okay, all right. So that's part of what he's going to say. Listen, you're not going to come into my country, build up the economy, everything's going well, and then all of a sudden they want to vote. Hell with that. I will feed them, but a vote? No, we're not going there. Okay, whatever, right? So anyhow, but that's what's happening, and Trump keeps saying, you know what? You could have a great economy and we can help, but here's what you got to do for that, okay? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The President of the United States, brilliant. Meeting with Kim Jong-un in Vietnam right at the same time, negotiating trade agreements with China. Brilliant, all I could say. So I can't wait to hear what comes out of this great meeting of our President of the United States doing the right thing for the American people, as he always does, while the media has lost their mind. And we will get into media mind lost. It's not, what do you say, media mind, they've lost their mind. Okay, number 4. This would happen to be Lanny Davis. Let's just say that. This is Lanny Davis and Hillary Clinton. Okay, they're just a lovely match. Lanny Davis has been with the Clintons, Bill, Hillary. Lanny Davis is doing his job. He's trying to set the record straight on why that lady should have been president of the United States. So Lanny has taken on the painstaking chores of representing number 5, Michael Cohen. So everything Michael says today, he's a liar. He's a piece of garbage. We'll just leave it like that. He's a New York City liberal Democrat attorney, okay? He is probably angry that Trump has taken the conservative high road. He is probably angry that Trump is pro-life. He is probably angry and does not like Trump's 40% base, or 38, whatever you want to call it. He's probably very angry. He was probably hopeful that Donald Trump would not win and he could continue his corrupt lifestyle unstopped in any way in New York City, that he lived all on his own. If you look at the total indictments from the special counsel, they won't discuss those today. They won't bring up the medallions, the cab company, his Ukrainian father-in-law, his corrupt family. They won't bring up anything at all where that's concerned with this corrupt attorney here from New York City. He will have angel's wings when he enters in today. They will exalt him on high. They will appreciate him. The Democrats will thank him for his courage. They will say, we're glad you have the courage to come and address the American people. We're glad you've decided to come and tell the truth. Somebody, thank you. We're glad you're the one that's going to break the silence to let us know that Hillary really should be president of the United States. And Lanny Davis, go back to number 4. I think it was number 4, yes. Lanny Davis will be there to help because that's his attorney. So let me say to you, before we get rolling here and get back into this, I don't want to see, I understand he made a deal with special counsel Robert Mueller. Let's go back to Cohen, all right? Cohen and Davis, the next one up. Cohen made a deal with the special counsel Robert Mueller, okay? He's going to serve 3.5 years. Now, that's what he's set to serve. Don't get shocked if he's not out in a year, year and a half, okay? But that's what the deal is. The deal I really want to see for Michael Cohen, because see, there was a time, remember Michael Cohen said he would die for the boss, okay? He would die for Donald Trump, okay? He will never run his choppers, okay? But guess what? A better deal came along. All right? Absolutely, a better deal came along. I would like to see the deal that Hillary Clinton, Lanny Davis there, the Democrats made with Michael Cohen. Now, his testimony today will be long gone. Their attempt to upstage the President of the United States on the foreign front out there with North Korea, their attempt to take all the media away from North Korean summit, the summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Vietnam away, so they can have this piece of garbage on TV all day. They started bright and early analyzing it because they've got his opening statements, and I'm going to tell you what he plans to say at 10 o'clock in opening statements. And they are running with the pregame of Michael Cohen. They will play Michael Cohen at 10 o'clock all day. Then they will start postgame all night tonight. They won't sleep. Oh, they're popping champagne. I mean, they're going to have all their reasons they think it's time to impeach the President of the United States. We got him now. While the President's in Vietnam. The most un-American, unimaginable thing, one of them in my lifetime, that they're doing this. So, that being said, I want to see the deal. Because Cohen traded the possibility of a pardon with Donald Trump. I think, here's what I think. I think they have him so built up. I think some people surrounded him and have him so built up that he is going to be possibly the one that really starts the ball rolling to bring this president down. I think they have him so built up. I think they made him a deal that we will never know about, that the next President of the United States will pardon him in full. He'll be able to go back to practicing law, get everything back in order. And then there's probably some bags of cash in undisclosed locations from Hillary and Lanny and the Democrats. And this guy's probably been offered an amazing deal on the top end of this after we long forget that he ever testified. And actually probably the belief that the next president of the United States will give him a full pardon. And I'd like to see that deal he made. Because this guy is not up there because his conscience is his guide. This guy is not up there because he's doing the right thing for Americans out there in Kansas and Iowa and Idaho and Montana. He's not doing the right thing for you down there in Florida and Texas because he loves this country. He's doing his thing because they made him a deal that you and I will never know about. So we'll leave that right there. Now, yesterday, BKP, and I want that monologue to go out there, Josh, and I want you to pay attention to it. Put it right out there. The deal that he probably got to do what he's doing, all right? All right, so anyhow, yesterday, you know Bruce and Rick from the show on Friday, Bruce and Rick, the three of us went down to the Capitol yesterday, and we spent from approximately 1 o'clock to almost 6:30 last night. Two of the biggest bills in Georgia, two of the most talked about bills in Georgia. On the Senate side yesterday was the debate and passed Governor Brian Kemp's Medicaid waivers, okay? The Medicaid waivers, that passed yesterday. The Senate will move over to the House. And then on the other side, the House, we sat through about 2 hours of debate yesterday afternoon. HB 316, voting machines, new voting machines in Georgia. So here's what we did yesterday at the Capitol, and we're going to bring you everything, and we got a lot today. And I'm going to set up every one before we start. But number one, you know this guy here, his name is, for those in Georgia, and it's national news. It's made all the cycles from Washington Post and everything. This guy here is David Clark, and he's House Representative David Clark in Georgia. And he is the one that proposed, put the resolution together and got 9 other signatures. But this is the guy that entered the resolution asking for the removal, the resignation of House Speaker David Ralston. This is David Clark. He had a press conference yesterday. We'll tell you about that. We're going to play that press conference. Number two, I had an opportunity to sit down. All right, now it's 41 minutes long, 41 minutes. And after a long day, I had an opportunity to sit down with House Speaker David Ralston, and we did a 41-minute interview, and he answered a lot of questions, some things that you've already answered, but more direct. Excuse me. And we do talk about some legislation and what's been going on under the Gold Dome. So, and then last, number three, there was a press conference yesterday with Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger and House Speaker David Ralston after the passage of House Bill 316 on voting machines, and we have that full press conference. Now, the reason we say we have the full press conferences is because the other media groups will pick out of the press conferences and run them on, their networks or report on them on pieces. So they're about 12 minutes long. We're going to give you the whole press conference so you can decide if you like or dislike. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, our first press conference, our first press conference, Georgia House of Representatives, David Clark. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to set that press conference up and play that one for you.